How do you make an evangelistic conversation easier and even fun? Hi, everyone. My name is Russ Matthews from Real Dialogue. It's a ministry of Third Space and City Bible Forum. I'm also a reviewer and author that's the co-host of The Watch List with Hope 103.2's Laura Bennett. At Real Dialogue and The Watch List, we want to put film through the lens of faith. Our work is not to merely review films from a Christian perspective. Our goal is to see the evangelistic potential of movies and how these films can help us to introduce people to Jesus and the Bible. Thank you for being here today to hear about this incredible new production of the Jesus animated film. In my short time with you, I hope to convey three key topics. One is the value of film in the evangelistic process. Two is how the Jesus film can help you and your church in evangelism. And finally, how Real Dialogue can help you and your church to prepare for the upcoming release of the Jesus animated film. Film is amazing at opening up the door to the evangelistic process. I love the fact that a question like, what is your favorite film, gets me to so many people's worldview and also an opportunity to talk about Jesus faster than anything else I've experienced. I mean, you can't really connect with everybody on work. We can't always connect with everybody in sport or even hobbies. But boy, everyone has seen a film and most people enjoy talking about their favorite ones. So why not use that as an evangelistic opportunity? Over the past 10 years, we've developed training, resources, books, and even events that show people how to use film as an evangelistic tool. Our team has found that tapping into stories afforded to us by films allows us an easy point for people to talk about the narrative of the Bible. When people share their favorite films, they expose an unexpected side of their world, their spiritual beliefs, their family values, their morality, their ethics, what they enjoy. Let me tell you Jean's story. When I was traveling at one point, I sat down next to a woman who was probably in her later season of life, probably in her early 70s. And Jean really wasn't too interested in starting a conversation. We were talking about what we did for a living, even talked about where I lived and living in Australia. And she really wasn't having anything of it. But I did mention the fact that one of the things that I did was I did film reviews. And this really caught her attention. And she said, "Oh, do you like movies?" And I said, "I love movies, Jean." And she said, "Do you have a favorite?" She said, "Oh, I have a favorite. It's probably not one that you're very familiar with. But I said, "Oh, you give me a try. You might be surprised." And she said, "Well, my favorite film is Ben-Hur." Now, this really opened up an amazing door for me because I'm like going, I know Ben-Hur. I love Ben-Hur. And I think it's a great film. And she said, "You know, it is a great film. And it also mentions Jesus in it." And I said, "Yeah, Jesus, you don't see his face, but you definitely know the story of the gospel through it." Throughout our conversation for the rest of the flight, we talked not only about film, but we went on to talk about so many other great things. We talked about her background, her sexual identity, her family, and all the things that she really believed. And it was amazing how just one question, what is your favorite film, got us to that point. And also I was able to give her my book when she got off the plane and she gave me a hug and thanks. And my friend moves us on to the second point. So why do we need the Jesus animated film now? The Jesus film has been shown around the world for over 45 years, has been a resource for people to communicate the gospel very effectively. So why an animated version? Well, honestly, my question is, why haven't they done it earlier? The Jesus film is an effective evangelistic tool, but it may not be the appropriate film for families and children due to the length and also some of the graphic nature of it. The animated film will open a new door to generations as it conveys the message of the Bible, but in a style that will appeal to the young and old, children and parents. Also, the commitment to quality will have this film achieving the same level as many of the animated films we are currently seeing in cinemas. After interviewing director Dominic Carolla, I can say that I am excited about this film's release as a film reviewer and as a parent and a grandparent. The quality of storytelling will rival any of the blockbuster films on offer. Plus, it will have a message of Jesus to offer audiences and families. Now, the question is, why would you watch this film in the cinema opposed to in a church? Well, that's a good question, and it's one that I've been posed for many years. And I believe that this film will be the quality that you need to see it on the projection in a movie theater. Also, this gives us an opportunity, a unique opportunity, the ease of invitation. I found that over the years, inviting somebody to church usually puts up a barrier. But to say, hey, you want to come to a movie or go to the cinema with me, people are pretty open to that. Also, it's neutral territory, and it gives us an opportunity to really engage with them in their playing field, but yet with the message of the Bible. Also, the other thing is that for you churches out there who really want to get engaged with your community, it's well worthwhile having you out in the community in the movie theaters. We found that the movie theaters love having us because they're bringing people in, they're selling more popcorn, but then on top of it, they're wondering, what is it that you're doing? What is it this crowd that's coming along is really trying to see? My friends, this not only gives you a great opportunity to see a good movie in the right atmosphere, but it also gives you the opportunity to be the salt and light in your community today. So at this point, after all of the discussion and some of the things you've been able to see on the big screen, you should be thinking how our church can get involved in holding a Jesus animated film event. An event at your local theater, and how this will be a great evangelistic tool and a community-based opportunity for you and your church family. So this moves us on to the third part. How can Real Dialogue help you? Well, Real Dialogue has a whole training seminar online, and also we do offer it in person. It's called Finding God in Film. It's evangelistic training, but it's done in a way that really shows how the value of film, but how you can use film as a means of introducing the gospel into the conversation. We also offer resources such as discussion guides and books, things that would be able to show you how to be able to have these evangelistic conversations from film. Not just from the Jesus film, but from all films. But it will help to train your team, your church family, exactly how they can have a conversation from this film, the Jesus animated film. Also, we can give you direction on how you're able to coordinate an event. That's one great thing about Real Dialogue. We've been doing this for years, and we've been doing this around the country and even in the United States. And it gives us an opportunity to be able to show churches how they're able to do this and engage with their local theater and also get them involved in it and have them see the value of you coming along on a regular basis. Today, you should have a document that will have all of the details and descriptions of these resources and the training. You can engage with us online, and also you can send emails and queries to us on how we can help you in your community with the Jesus animated film. We welcome you to discuss how you can run training and how an event that can utilize the Jesus animated film. Reach out to me and the team at Real Dialogue, and we can hope to help you to not only see the evangelistic opportunities of movies, but to specifically see the value preparing your church to hold an event that utilizes this great new resource that's coming in 2025, the Jesus animated film. Again, this is Russ Matthews from Real Dialogue and the Watch List, and we look forward to seeing you at the movies.